Hello, and we're back again, putting it all together. Learn how the individual components of the web work together to bring you access to your favorite website. This is a last video about, I think it's from the learning path. I'll just check it out one more time. I think it's Web Fundamentals. It looks like that, and it's DNS, HTTP, and how a website works, and then putting it all together. These I already did, so I guess I don't think I recorded them, but go ahead and check them out. It's pretty good. So putting it all together, also got a video. I'm gonna skip that. So we got a few questions. We said, yeah, we know we're gonna go ahead and request the DNS, read the website, and so on. We already did that, so we're gonna get the IP address, request that from the web server, go and do a HTTP request and get the HTML, JavaScript, CSS, images, and so on back by different kind of requests. Then we got something called load balancers, and it basically talks about when website traffic starts getting quite large, or running an application that needs to have a high availability, one server might not longer do the job. That is exactly what a load balancer is there for. Load balancers provide two main features: ensuring high traffic website can handle the load and providing a failover if a web server becomes unresponsive. So when you request a website with a load balancer, the load balancer will receive the request, which is this icon right here, and it's going to forward the first one to the multiple server behind it, and it's going to of course choose the one which is most available. We're going to say that. So 3 different kind of web servers. The load balancer will say, well, you're going to take from the top, the middle, or the bottom one. And there are different kind of things called health check and so on. The CDN, Content Delivery Network, is an excellent resource for cutting down traffic. Allows you to host static websites, static files on your websites such as JavaScript, CSS, images, videos, and so on. Database, you already know about that. It's just where it saves your data. Web application firewall, piece of software going to check for inbound traffic and say, it's legitimate, it's not legitimate. So, what can be used to host static files and spread up a client website? That's CDN. You might even heard about CDNs when if you did some web development. You're going to use a CDN library or CDN website, what they call it. It's just a URL, but you know where it is. What does load balancer perform to make sure it's a health check? Let me just copy paste that. And what can be used to help hacking against is a WAF, web application firewall. I want to say, just to make me clear, web application firewalls are based upon static rule sets in most occasions, and they can be bypassed if you know what it is, and there are many ways to do it. Not a video about WAFs or anything, but let's continue. Now, how web servers work. Well, the web server works in a way that you're going to send it an HTTP request using the HTTP protocol, and it could be usually a GET request to get a resource, post to insert, put to update, delete to delete, and hit to get an actual idea of what's going on. Also something called virtual host, and a website can host multiple websites with different domain names. To achieve this, use virtual host. There's also a feature of a web server. Static versus dynamic content is something with static like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and dynamic content is something you need to go through some sort of engine in order to get the correct info back. Usually referred to as backend. Alright, so scripting languages, and I guess this is getting a bit too small. There's not too much limit for the backend language can achieve. As a list of language right here, I would say Java and C# is not mentioned, but it's pretty big. And stay away from Node.js. I don't like it. Very basic PHP would be something like that, and then you can probably not access it. We can try. Yeah, it's just using the example domain, not really anything particular. So it shows you some PHP code. I don't think, if you don't understand this, it doesn't really matter, but it's pretty simple. It's just some HTML that echoes out. Echo is the same as a printing, or whatever we're gonna say, displaying some data from a get variable. This particular case is called Adam. So Adam is gonna be put right here. So all this is gonna be replaced by the word Adam, just like that. What does the web server software use to host multiple sites? Now this is the virtual host. So go ahead and copy paste that. What is the name for the type of content that can change? Backend, would they call that? No. Dynamic. That's another word. Yes. Does the client see? Nay. It does not. So the backend code is interpreted or run or ran, I'm going to say, before it generates the text representation output for the client. Because when you request the actual website from the web server is going to return text. And text is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And images can be either text, it's base 64 encoded chunk of stuff, of text. Well, it's just an image. It can also be as a stream, usually with its own HTTP response. That's a quiz time. Let's go ahead and open the website. What's up now? What is all this? Okay, so I got a 1 to 11. What do I want to do? Click the use site button, use everything you learned from the other modules, drag and drop tiles, request, no, when you play. Okay, so are we requesting a website or something like that? Request, that's the very first one. So we're going to request the website. And I would say we're going to check the local cache for the IP address. If that isn't there, DNS web request bypassed, isn't that? So we're going to check the DNS servers. And then we got the IP address, the query the root. No. Connect to no authoritative root servers are fine. Web server receives GET request, all these kind of things. Sounds like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and say authoritative. Oh, I said it. Great. And then we got the IP address. What do we have left? Your browser rent? No. Connect to the web server on. I guess that would be it. No, that's not it. What does it? Okay, it needs to be green. Sorry. So we got the. Maybe that is the one. No, I don't get this. So advises the IP address for the website. Your browser vendor station. No, because bypass through. Do you want me to do that? Okay, that's weird. You know, I would definitely say connect to something. Anyways, so now we can connect. No. Wow. Okay. Okay, so when we connect to the server, if the web application firewall is not on the application, it was not on the web server in this particular case. That is probably what's going on. So we're gonna request load balancer, and now we can connect, and we're gonna web server receive GET request. And then we talk to database, and then we get the flag as a pop-up. Okay, that was a bit confusing. Let me just see if we can get this explained a bit. So we got so whenever you get the IP address, request password. Okay, so maybe just through a firewall. There is a firewall at the DM set, I guess, and then we get to the load balancers, and the rest is normal. Okay, so that's really it. All right, so sometimes, you know, questions are a bit confusing. Maybe it's because I'm recording video, I don't know. Anyways, I really hope you learned something for this video, putting it all together. And if you like the video, please consider, you know, give my video a thumbs up, you know, like it. Have any questions, just ask them below. I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I can. Take care.